What if I told you the IRS could actually help you pay for a YouTube channel? Yes, that's perfectly legal. You know, most creators don't even know this. If you're on YouTube, it could be the biggest tax deduction you ever had. Hi, my name is Albert Corey, and I'm known as the Profit and Tax King. Today, I'm going to show you what I've been showing our clients why YouTube is a tax deduction, how it works, and how you can save thousands of dollars while growing your channel. Stick with me to the end because I'll reveal one deduction almost one YouTuber misses that could save you over $2,000 or more. The first rule you must know is the IRS versus hobby rule. The IRS is straightforward as a rule. If you want to make YouTube a tax deduction, it's not a hobby. Because if it's a hobby, you can't deduct anything. But if you run it as a business with the intent to make a profit, even if it's not a small fortune, it will qualify. And that will start saving money on your tax return. You see, every tool and resource you use on all your YouTube videos can be a deduction. That includes cameras, lights, tripods, microphones, editing software like Final Cut or Adobe Premiere, and even Canva Pro subscriptions. Because you see, when you're making these videos, okay, you are now promoting yourself. You're now trying to build a channel as an influencer. You're trying to show the world that you're the best in the world. When you're doing this, the IRS considers this a business. You know, now you can deduct props, costumes, backdrops, any music you buy. If you buy stuff on Apple Music, if you're paying for Spotify, you know, all that's deduction. Even a $20 ring light and green screens can qualify. IRS doesn't care how big or small it is. If it's just ordinary and necessary to run your business, it's a tax write-off. Now, why is this a write-off? Because you are trying to build a brand. So once you're trying to build a brand, it's a tax deductible. You know, because when you're running their channel and you start to get big, you could possibly make money with YouTube ads or on Facebook ads or anything else that qualifies. So if somebody designs a thumbnail, logo, or graphics for your business, guess what? That is all deductible. What a concept. So whatever you're doing is a deduction. Please note, this is my opinion. We've been doing this almost 40 years. So consult your accountant or tax advisor for more deductions. You know, one of my clients spent over $800 a year on YouTube's ads. Not only did he grow subscription count, but he also deducted every single account from his taxes. Did you know your travel is a tax deduction? That's right. So if you go on a vacation, okay, and you can tie it back to your business, that could be a tax deduction. You know, one of my greatest examples is Disney World. You know, I'm a tax guy, and every time I go to Disney World, I'm always looking as a business. So maybe you're talking about flowers. Show the flowers at Disney World. Architectural. So whatever it is, if whenever you're on vacation or traveling, guess what? It could be a YouTube tax deduction. Just take out your camera on your phone and start talking about it. Start saying how it relates back to your business, how the flowers are amazing and you can grow. Just make sure, you know, you tie it back to the business. Now it becomes a deduction. Now, another great deduction that most people know is why you have to start your business. The business could be a single member, LLC, sub-S company, any type of business. Because once you start your business, now your home could be a tax deduction. That's right. Your home could be a tax deduction. So now you can start writing off, guess what? Your internet becomes a tax deduction. Your internet, your electric, your water, your gas. If you have if you live in a condo, your association would be a deduction. Water, we said that water. But here's a great one. Did you know your internet provider and your cable is a deduction? Guess what? The reason is you know, you got to think of it as IRS says, it's going to be like, it is an office. So if you had a business and you had to go rent an office, that's a fully 100% deductible. So now why don't you make your office one? You just can't be a W-2 form person. It has to be related to a business. So you have to start, your business, and now it becomes a deduction. Did you know that if you're investing in yourself on how to grow your channel, it's a deduction? If you went to school, if you're going to school to learn how to grow better flowers, anything you're doing, it could be a deduction. Maybe you're watching this video and you're going to hire Core & Associates to do your tax return because you're thinking how, it's a professional service, and you're thinking how to start your business. This also, becomes a deduction. So any of your education, like I said, the trick is, what are you doing to grow your business? Maybe you want to go to a mastermind to learn how to do YouTube. Maybe you're going to go to a mastermind to learn how to grow, how to grow flowers or whatever you're talking about. So if you go to events that are in the niche that you write about or talk about on your YouTube channel, the IRS will pay for it. Guess what? IRS will pay for it. We've been talking about this for 40 years. So here's a great little tip that you don't realize, that it's a business, that most YouTubers, it can become a tax deduction for literally zero. That's right, literally zero. So the simplest way to do it is you start being self-employed. That's probably low-hanging fruit. You would just have to show the IRS that you're working on it. How you can start saving money. Obviously, if you're making $100,000 or plus and you're single, that means now you can start writing off. You probably save $3,000 or $4,000 on your taxes. How's that? $3,000 or $4,000. And the best part is, when you're watching or starting a YouTube channel, I've been coaching people in my tax practice. We've been doing for 40 years. Start a channel on something that you love. Start the channel that you would love to do for free. Doesn't matter what it is. IRS doesn't care. It could be anything from walking your dog, planting flowers, coaching baseball. It really doesn't matter. If you want to know any examples, we have our YouTube channel posted below. And as a special guest for watching this video, we're going to show you 8 simple ways there's profit under your nose. So if you just go to the link right there, it's CoreyBiz.com, and you just sign up there, that you're going to get the 8 tips we've been coaching our clients for 40 years. If you have any questions or comments, please leave it below and we'll gladly answer them. Thank you.